Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. Today's video is my top 10 perfumes for life. So I recently just did a video where I showed you every single perfume in my collection. It was a very long video, but I went through each and every one of them. And if you missed that and you're interested, then check it out. I'll leave it in the description box. But I have over 100 fragrances. I don't know exactly how many bottles, but I know it's over 100. And these are my top 10. Well, kind of my top 10. I cheated a little bit, but mostly my top 10 right now. I had a hard time with this, as you can imagine, because I do have a lot of loves in my collection. I have a lot of fragrances that I truly enjoy, and picking my top 10 was difficult, but I did it, kind of. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your continued support. I absolutely love the fragrance community. I think you guys are so amazing, and I really enjoy making videos and being here. So if you like this video and you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this video. Okay, so when I decided to do this video, what I did is I went into my closet where I keep my perfumes, and I just started picking out the fragrances I knew I could not live without. These are the fragrances that I would grab if there was a fire. That's awful, actually. I don't even know. I don't even want to put that out there, but you know what I'm saying. Like, these are the perfumes that I just knew I had to have. And when I got done picking out the ones that were like not an option, these are must-have perfumes for me, I realized I had 13 fragrances. I did narrow it down to my top 10, but I am going to show you the 3 that I had as options. So the 3 runner-ups, if you will. Yes, I know that's cheating, okay? But I want to show you these fragrances. All right, so let's start with the runner-ups. The first runner-up is by AERIN, and this is Hibiscus Palm. I really struggled not having this in the top 10 because I have fallen in love with this. This is newer to my collection though, and it's not a fragrance I've worn a ton, but it is a fragrance that I have fallen for very strongly, obviously, if it's in this video. It's a runner-up. It might eventually move to top 10. I think it's so beautiful. This is the fragrance that you wear if you're going on a luxury vacation. If you're going to a luxurious spa somewhere on the beach and you're just going to be on this wonderful tropical vacation, this is the fragrance. This is a summertime fragrance. This is not overly beachy or sunscreeny. This smells very upscale, luxurious summertime. So this does have coconut in it, but it's very smooth and creamy. However, what makes this stand out is that the stars of the show is the yellow florals. So there's a lot of frangipani in here and ylang ylang. So you do have to like yellow tropical florals. That's exactly what this fragrance is. And then the creamy coconut and the creamy vanilla that's in here just makes it perfect. So this is definitely a runner-up. Okay, so next up we have a runner-up here that I found very difficult, again, not to have in the top 10. This is a delicious gourmand fragrance that I really enjoy. This is IDOLO Love and Crime. This is a spicy pink pepper, has a lot of orange, like a delicious orange sponge cake feel. That's what this smells like. It smells like a spicy orange sponge cake to me. It smells pretty similar to Lyra by Xerjoff, but in my opinion, this is much better performing. And it is a little different. They're not exactly the same. This is more on the orange side. Like I said, it's a spicy orange sponge cake. It's sweet. It's delicious. It's very realistic, foodie, edible, yummy gourmand without being sickeningly sweet to me. And I just enjoy it so much, and I really love the sillage of this fragrance because it is such a good performing fragrance. So this is definitely a runner-up for me. It was really difficult not to have this. I'm smelling it now and I'm like, wait a minute. But no, I'm sticking to what I picked. So IDOLO Love and Crime, really high up there for me. And the other runner-up is by the House of Oud, Dates Delight. I talk about this one a lot. This is a sexy date dessert. This is a semi-gourmand. This has dates. It smells like a boozy cooking date dessert with some dark notes in the base. There's patchouli in the base, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's probably oud in the base of this, but it doesn't at all smell like a skanky oud or a barnyard oud. I don't even like oud, but the base of this is more of like a dark Middle Eastern kind of feel. There's honey, there's sugar, there's so many yummy, delicious gourmand notes, but they're tempered down by the dark base. There's also peony in here as well, which keeps this from being a full-on foodie gourmand. This is definitely a very rich feeling perfume. There's a lot to this perfume. There's a lot going on. There's a dark base. It's super uber sexy and delicious, great performance, and I just love it. I think it smells so good. I have a thing for spicy, ambery, semi-gourmands that are very sweet but then have a darkness in the base. Like, that combination seems to be something I gravitate towards. There's also cinnamon in here as well. I forgot to mention that. So it has like a spicy cinnamon vibe. It's right along the same lines as like Cult at Night, Eau Jaune, those types of fragrances. This is definitely in that same kind of family, that warm, spicy family, but this has dates in it and it just smells like cooking dates. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I just love it so, so much. All right, guys, let's get into the official top 10. I did not rank these. These are not in any particular order, although I will save my favorite for last, although I think you guys already all know what it is if you've been watching my channel. Actually, let's just start with that one. Let's just get it out of the way because we all know what my favorite perfume is. If you've been watching my channel, my favorite perfume of all time is still Angel Share by Kilian. This is definitely, like, this was the first perfume I grabbed. When I went into my closet, it was like Angel Share, absolutely. This is such a well-loved perfume. This is a very hyped up perfume. The hype for me is obviously real. I just cannot tell you how much I love this perfume. It is my favorite. It is super sweet, cinnamon, boozy. Oh God, this is so good. I never get sick of this. Every time I smell it, I'm always like, oh my God, this smells so good. It's cinnamon, boozy, apple pie with some woody notes. There's oak in the base. I've told you guys this a million times, but the oak is what keeps this from being too much for me. I really like that there's oak in here because it rounds the fragrance out and makes it complete. This smells like a complete fragrance. I get really, really good performance out of this. And yeah, I can smell this on me all day. I never get tired of it. I always love it. It's very, very, very sweet. You have to be into sweet. You have to want to smell like a boozy apple pie. This is an extremely boozy fragrance, so keep that in mind. You have to really enjoy cinnamon. This smells like an intoxicating perfume, but also a comfy, cozy perfume for me because it makes me think of like Thanksgiving and Christmas. It reminds me of coming home for the holidays. This is a unisex fragrance, so this smells incredible on both men and women, and it is my all-time favorite. So that is Angel Share by Kilian, still in the #1 spot for me. All right, now that we got that one out of the way, another one that probably won't be a surprise to anybody is Delina Exclusif by Parfums For Life. This one is a no-brainer, another one that I just grabbed immediately. I really don't wear this one as much as I would like to because to me it just smells so special and amazing, and I would say this is still the perfume I would pick if I were to be getting married. I say all the time that this would be my wedding day scent, and I still feel that way. This is very strong though, so it would just be like 1 or 2 sprays, so don't choke everybody out. But this is such a feminine, upscale, luxurious smelling perfume to me. This was love at first sniff. I remember I first started getting into fragrances. I got this because of the hype on YouTube, ordered it, blind bought it, got it in the mail, took off the cap, and I was like, wow. I mean, I was just so blown away by this perfume. I thought it smelled elegant. I thought it smelled just absolutely wonderful, and I still haven't lost that feeling. To this day, I still feel that way when I smell this. So great performing perfume. There's some fruitiness at the top of this fragrance. There's a lot of rose. There's a lot of creamy vanilla. This does turn a little powdery on my skin, and you have to be into like rosy scents, obviously. There's some incense and oud in here that kind of deepens it up, but I don't get a lot of that. It just smells like a very classy, feminine, sophisticated, rose, elegant scent that makes me feel super feminine, and I absolutely love it. So that is by Parfums For Life, Delina Exclusif. Another one I knew had to be top 10. I think this has been in my top 10 every time I've done a top 10 video, and I don't see it ever changing. The love I have for this perfume is real, and it's been ongoing for a very long time, and this is by Paco Rabanne, Olympea. This is my favorite sexy date night scent in the summer. I think this smells incredible. You have to be into salty amber vanillas. This is extremely salty It has a lot of amberiness to it, like a lot of warmth to the fragrance, and then it has a lot of vanilla, which I really love that. Very sexy, very loud kind of fragrance, but it just makes me feel like $1,000,000. Like this perfume gives me all the feels, and I love the way it feels on my skin when I go out in the heat, like a hot summer night, and I'm going out with my husband on a date, and you know, just the way that it makes me feel, it's just uber feminine, sexy, incredible. Again, this one's really, really loud, so I never have problems with the performance. Like this will definitely perform well. I've never once had an issue, and I just think it's uber sexy. So that is Olympea by Paco Rabanne. All right, up next we have my loved Giorgio Armani My Way. This is still in my top 10, guys, and it probably always will be. I really genuinely love this fragrance with every part of my being. This is the fragrance I go for when I don't know what to wear. This would be my signature scent if I had a signature scent, which I don't. But you know what I mean. I feel like me when I wear this fragrance, and it never lets me down, ever. I mean, I have never reached for this fragrance and not enjoyed it. It's always a complete and total joy to smell it, to wear it. I just love it. I'm a big, big tuberose fan. I love the tuberose, the orange blossom. I love the vanilla that's in here. Everything about this perfume is amazing. The performance is amazing, and it is my favorite tuberose fragrance, and I have to have it. So this was not love at first sniff. When I first smelled this, I was not impressed. I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't really like it, and I kind of dismissed it. Went back to it, fell in love, and I've been in love ever since. So this is one of the first fragrances that I brought into my collection when I started my perfume journey. Wait, we are not supposed to say perfume journey, right? Like, that's cringy. So maybe we should say like perfume adventure, expedition, experience, quest. So this is a love through and through for me. I will always probably love this fragrance, although I do really enjoy the other My Ways that I've tried. I've tried the floral, really like that one, really like the intense version, really love this one. I haven't tried the new one that just came out. I'm curious about that one, but anyway, this one, the original My Way Eau de Parfum, top 10 for life. If you're a tuberose lover, if you like tuberose, orange blossom, vanilla, I think you'd like this. Of course, we have to have my favorite vanilla, and my favorite vanilla in my collection is by the House of Guerlain. This is Spiritueuse Vanille, and this is a lifer for me. I absolutely love this. This is a boozy, woody vanilla. This is just the vanilla of all vanillas, in my opinion. If I got rid of, well, God forbid, I love vanilla, so it'd be difficult to get rid of all my vanilla perfumes. But if I did get rid of all of my vanilla perfumes in my collection and only had this one, I would be okay. I think this smells incredible. I love the booziness. I'm a big fan of boozy notes. So there's rum, I believe, in here, and then there's incense in here as well. There's definitely some woodiness in the base, definitely a woody vanilla, grown up vanilla, sophisticated vanilla. I would feel comfortable wearing this to a very fancy dinner, whereas some of my other vanillas, you know, they're kind of sweet, more playful, cupcakey vanilla, might not really fit the situation. This definitely does. So love this one. The performance is okay. It's not great, but I don't care because I love the way it smells. And I do get a scent bubble around me that I am happy with. So as long as I can get wafts of it throughout the day, I'm happy. And I just think this is a mind-blowingly good vanilla. So that is by the House of Guerlain, Spiritueuse Vanille. Another one by Guerlain. You knew I had to put this one in here because this is my favorite like date night scent. Just if I'm going to go on a regular date night. Not like necessarily special occasion date night, but just like date night. You know what I mean? I reach for this one a lot. This is my husband's favorite fragrance on me, and this is Mon Guerlain, the intense version. So this is just a sexy lavender and vanilla fragrance. Lots and lots of vanilla and lavender done right. So lavender is a tough note for a lot of people, but they did something special with this fragrance because they made lavender super easy to wear in this perfume. In my opinion. Oh my God, this is so good. I love this. This is another fragrance that I had in the beginning. Like this is one of the first perfumes I bought when I started collecting, and it still is amazing every time I smell it. I love wearing this on date nights. My husband can definitely recognize this one. He loves it. It's very sexy. It is patchouli and licorice in the base, but not too much. You know, I know a lot of people don't like licorice in their fragrances. This is so well blended, you wouldn't smell this and go, oh, hey, there's licorice in there. But once I see that there's patchouli and licorice in the notes, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's making that super sexy, seductive base. It is absolutely gorgeous, great performance, 10 out of 10 perfume. Wonderful bottle. I love the purple color of the juice, and I love the performance, the scent. Everything about this is so good and still remains to be in my top 10. So that is Mon Guerlain Intense by the House of Guerlain. Okay, this next one is a newer love of mine, but it quickly rose to the top. I fell madly in love. I think this is in second place for me. I think it goes Angel Share and then this perfume. I'm pretty sure. This is by Parfums de Marly Herod. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just cannot get enough of this perfume, and my husband loves this perfume as well. This is definitely a unisex fragrance, and it is one that I was not even looking for. I mean, I was not looking at this perfume because I thought this was for men. I didn't even really want to smell it. It didn't sound appealing to me. It just sounded like a man's cologne to me. It just seemed like a men's fragrance, you know? And I had no doubt that it smelled amazing on men, but I didn't think it was an option for me. And I smelled it on a tester strip one day and I was like, oh my gosh, like mind blown. Absolutely had to have it. I could not get enough, and I can't stop wearing this. So there's a lot of cinnamon in the opening of this. I pick up cinnamon pretty heavily. I also get a lot of tobacco. There's black pepper, I think, in the opening as well. So it's very spicy at the top, but I get more cinnamon than anything. There's tobacco in here. On me, it leans very sweet tobacco. On my husband, it leans a little bit more smoky, but yeah, it kind of leans a little bit more masculine on him and a little bit more feminine on me, which I find to be interesting and pretty fun. Kind of smells like a different fragrance on each of us. You know, our skin chemistries kind of change it a little bit, but on me, this smells like a spicy, sweet tobacco. I don't get a lot of smokiness, and then I get a lot of the vanilla in the base, and it's so freaking good. I love it. I get really great performance out of this. I have zero issues with the performance. This lasts on clothes. On my skin, it's okay, but if I spray this, which I always spray on my clothes, if I spray this in my hair and my clothes, I can smell it on me all day. I've heard some people say they get not great performance with this one, but I just do not have that experience at all. And this one just makes my heart soar. It makes me, every time I smell it, I'm just so in love with this perfume. And like I said, it's amazing smelling on both men and women. So if you're into unisex fragrances, I highly recommend you check this out. Or if you're a woman and you've been scared of this because it's marketed towards men, I'm telling you, just try it. So that is by Parfums de Marly Herod. I have a perfume that, this one, I just couldn't not have it in here. It's not even really, I don't understand it, okay? I don't know why I love this perfume so much. There's really nothing that mind-blowing about this perfume. It's kind of a simple, everyday, easy reach type of perfume. It's not complex. I don't know why I love this one so much, but I do, and that's just all there is to it. It makes me feel amazing, beautiful, feminine, and my ultra best. And that is by Chanel. Of course I have to have a Chanel in here, you guys. Don't be ridiculous. This is by Chanel, and this is Automne the EDP. So I've tried the EDT. I like it, but I much prefer the EDP. This is quince. This is rose. This is musky. It smells clean, not overly clean. Like, I don't even really like clean scents that much, but the musk in here smells like a clean musk, if that makes sense. So it's fruity in the opening. It's floral. It's musky. It's super feminine. It's super easy to wear. This is an easy reach perfume, and I get really good performance out of the EDP. So the EDT smells a little bit more fruity, and I don't think the EDT has really great performance, if I remember correctly. This one's a little bit more on the floral side, but they both have kind of like this shampoo-y vibe that I just love. I can't get enough of this one. Very simple, but very elegant, very beautiful, classy, elegant, lovely perfume that I just enjoy so much. I just can't imagine not having this. So normally when I buy perfumes, I buy the smaller size because I have a large collection and I want to actually be able to wear my perfumes. I don't want anything to really go to waste. So I start with small bottles, and you know, if I really love it, I'll work my way up. This is one of those fragrances that when I'm done with this bottle, I will get a large bottle, like the biggest size available. I really don't do that very often, but this is a fragrance I know is a lifer, and I just don't want to be without it. It is a top 10 for life for me. I just think it's ultra elegant, but yet easy to wear, you know? Like, if I don't know what to wear, I could wear this and it would fit any occasion. you know, this would be a great signature scent in my opinion. So that is by Chanel Chance Automne the Eau de Parfum. Okay, we are down to my last two, and they are both by Xerjoff. So the first one is probably not going to be a surprise to anyone. This is Dama Bianca. I talk about this one a lot. This was my best blind buy of 2022. This is obviously going to be a 100 ml bottle once I go through this one, which will probably be this summer. I can feel myself itching to wear this. I put it away for a little bit because, you know, I wasn't really in the mood for this during the winter months. But now that like spring is starting to creep up, like March, April, I know I'm going to be wearing this perfume a lot. I'll probably burn through this bottle and then I'll get 100 ml. This is a lifer fragrance for me. This is kumquat and lime in the opening. I find the opening of this perfume to be absolutely phenomenal. I love lime, and I've never smelled kumquat before, but I certainly like it. Oh, I love the way this smells. Oh my God, this is so pretty. And then this is Delicate Powdery Vanilla. It does have some florals in here as well. It's just the ultimate feminine summertime citrusy vanilla with some floral notes. Every time I smell it, I think delicate perfume. It's not a very loud fragrance, but it actually has really good lasting power. This will last on my clothes for the entire day, but the scent bubble stays pretty small. It's, if somebody comes into your space, they're going to smell it, but it's not going to like fill up a room. But I can smell it on me, and that's what matters. And I really enjoy the wafts I get off of this fragrance. This is gorgeous. I could just sit here and smell this all day long. I never get sick of this perfume. One of my ultimate favorite springtime and summertime fragrances. This is a vanilla for the summertime. I can wear this in the dead heat and it's not too cloying, but I can definitely make out the vanilla because it's just so delicate. It's not thick, you know? And I think it smells ultra feminine and just absolutely amazing. So love this one. This is Xerjoff Dama Bianca. Okay, last but not least, this is the fragrance that kicked out Love and Crime. So Love and Crime was originally here, but I had to put this Gourmand in instead because my love for this is just insane, and I wore this one a ton in January. This is Italica by Xerjoff. When I first got it, I was like, wow, I love this. So when I first tried it, the very first time I tried it, I had a sample, I hated it. I thought it smelled like burnt plastic, but I think I had a bad sample. Okay, fast forward like a year later, I tried another sample, fell in love with it, got the bottle, and loved it. Thought it was amazing. But then I put this on my tray for January last month, and I could not put it down. I just kept wearing it. The more I wore it, the more I loved it, and now it is like top 10 for life. I honestly feel like I can't be without this fragrance. This is so delicious, and probably my favorite Gourmand in my collection at the, well, I don't know, you guys. There's another perfume. Okay, I bought a perfume that I absolutely love, and I wanted to put it in this list, but it's brand new to my collection, and that's a little bit extreme, you know? Like, that's pretty dramatic. I might want to give the perfume some time, you know what I mean? I haven't hauled it for you guys yet, so I haven't talked about it, but there is a Gourmand perfume that I have added into my collection that I've got the feels for. I've got the feels for it, but I will share that with you coming up. I am waiting for all of the perfumes that I ordered before I do that haul video so I can share it with you. But anyway, you'll see it later, okay? We'll talk about that later. But right now, as of this moment, Italica is probably my favorite Gourmand in my collection. And this is just absolutely phenomenal. So the opening of this, I get this booziness. There's no boozy notes in here, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. There's almond. So I get this like amaretto cherry liquor vibe for some reason, like first sniff. Yeah, it smells like an amaretto sour to me. I think it's the almond. You know how sometimes almond can come across as cherry. And then there's milk in here, which I definitely get lactonic vibes from this for sure. And then I get the butteriness, and then it dries down to smell. On my skin, it dries down to smell like an almond cookie from the world's best bakery. It's so good. Delicious. I just want to eat my own arm off when I wear this. The performance is okay. It's moderate. It's not a beast. It's not horrible. I do have to overspray it, but I don't care because I think this is phenomenal. There's toffee in here as well, by the way. I always forget to mention that, but that's a really important part of this perfume. There's toffee in here. I freaking love toffee, okay? Toffee desserts. Oh my gosh, yes. I love it, and I can smell it in here for sure. So this is just so sweet, edible, unique. It's a unique Gourmand. I don't think I've ever smelled anything quite like it. So Definitely one of my top favorites. This is by Xerjoff Italica. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Those are my current favorite fragrances in my collection. I would love to hear from you. I want to know, what is your very favorite perfume of all time? If you can pick. I know that is extremely difficult for some people, just can't pick. And I know, like, I have a definitive answer. Mine is Angel Share. I wonder how long it'll be Angel Share. Like, it's been Angel Share for a while, so I'm curious to see what could come along that would kick it out, you know, that would take Angel Share's spot. So I'm always curious to know if you guys know what your favorite perfume is of all time. If you do, let me know. Drop it in the comment section. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.